Hi, my name is Pop. I am making a video in Ubuntu Basics demonstrating a couple of features of LibreOffice Writer, the word processor that comes with Linux Ubuntu. LibreOffice is a suite. It used to be called OpenOffice, and then they had a branch, a fork, some sort of political or economic disagreement. And the word processor is called Writer. And I wanted to today demonstrate some features of it that you could use to good advantage that you may not know about. This is a full screen file. I'm showing it all together as a complete screen, and I have a 16:9 screen. With Compiz Grid you can look at a smaller size window if you want to, and I'm going to go Control-Alt-6, and the 6 is on the 10 key, and when I hold down Control and Alt and then hit the 6, everything moves over to half of a screen. And there we are. And I've got this half a screen. When you hit Control-Alt-6 repeatedly, it cycles to different sizes. That's smaller. Look at the first line there. It says Colorado and Texas are the only two states in the. The is the last word of that line. But when I hit 6 again, it's still there. The last word of the line. It's still there. Each line stays the same size. And that is because I am in a view that's called Print Layout. Print Layout also shows the headers and footers. Web Layout does not. Web Layout, when you use it, each line will reconfigure as needed to a different line length for easy screen viewing. You won't go off the edge of the screen. Each line will either get shorter or longer as needed. Print Layout, it will stay the same length all the time. I would like to now go ahead and insert a header just to show you what the headers look like. Here I'm going to go to header and I'll put in default, and if you can read this right here, it says header default, and it's opened up, and I'm going to put in insert fields. Let me put in the page number. It should be page number 1, and then I'm going to go space space of space space insert fields page count. So I've got 35 pages in this file. This is a header. Now this header is showing because the view I'm in is Print Layout. And when I go down, page down, page down, page down, and when I go to the end of the page, and there you can see the page break, now I'm on page 2. And as I go down continuously, the header shows the correct page number. Well, that's because the view that I'm in is Print Layout. And again, if I use Compiz Control-Alt-6, it just gets smaller, but each line is the same length. If I go to zoom in Print Layout, that's at the very bottom, I'm in optimal, and optimal will not show the margins nor the edge of the page. But if I hit fit width, the third selection here, now you can see the margins and the edge of the page, and you may like it better that way. If you go to zoom again, you can even go to variable and change that figure to anything you want. Let's put it to, I don't know, 300. Now look here, it runs off. You can't see it all. And that's because the size of the font that I selected will run off. I can't show the whole thing. Unless, of course, you go back to zoom optimal. And now you see the whole thing. Well, let me briefly go over to web layout. And web layout, you'll notice the header vanishes, so would the footer if I had one. And the line lengths now are very variable. If I use Compiz Ctrl-Alt-6, each line length will reconfigure as needed. And you can see that happening. If you want to, you could leave it in web layout, go to zoom. Oh, I don't know. You could almost use it as a presentation program if you had a netbook. Netbooks are very hard to read. I'm setting this now at 500. Look how big that is. But it shows everything. I've got it set on double space, and there aren't too many words showing. I will go Control-A, Format, Paragraph, Line spacing. I'll set it to single. And now it's no longer double spaced. Let me see if when I now go back to print layout and go to zoom and go to optimal, now it's back where I had it. Well, that's pretty much all I got. My name is Pop. I hope this was helpful. It's very easy to use a word processor once you get used to using some of the features that are hidden. And this is one of those hidden features. Thank you very much.